Hello everyone, this is Pili Yarusi and welcome back to Multifamily Live. I'm super excited to talk to you about how to recession-proof yourself. A lot of people will talk about or dive deep into the investments you can make, dive deep into various ways to make money. The first thing I want to talk about is knowing your money, knowing how much money you have in your account, where it comes from, and where it goes. So knowing how much money you make per month, you might already know this. It's relatively easy. It's looking at your paycheck and acknowledging that I make X amount of dollars a month. What's harder to acknowledge for a lot of people is how much they spend per month, per week, on things that they might not need. So I really want you to take a deep dive into your finances. If you haven't already, if you already have, great. Skip to the next podcast. But if you haven't, I implore you to stay with me. This might be a hard discussion for you, but we need to talk about your money. So knowing how much you make per month is imperative, but most imperative is knowing how much you spend. Know your non-negotiables, your rent or mortgage, your cost of living, and this includes electricity, this includes gas, water, heat, all the things that you need to live. Phone bill, it's something that we need. You need to be able to communicate. Internet, you need to be able to communicate. And then I want you to take a look at your entertainment bill, your cost of clothing, of those things that you don't necessarily need, but want. Look at what that expense is and how much you're spending per month, and look deeply. Figure out how much you're spending on clothes. Do you need to spend that much? Figure out how much you're spending on hair care, nail care, skin care. A lot of these things are needed, yes, but on the other hand, how much are you spending on them? Knowing your expenses is very, very important, and knowing where you can cut when necessary. And then I want you to look at exactly that. What can you take out, and what can you start saving, or what can you start investing, putting into a separate account that you can start investing with, instead of buying those new shoes that cost $100, $200, maybe $300, I'm not sure. Can you take that $300 and 10x it someplace else? Can you make money on your money instead of spending it on goods and services that you don't need? Again, this might be a hard discussion for some of you because we have needs and wants and things that we think we need to get, but we don't necessarily need them. Another thing that you can do is look at your subscriptions. There are hidden, let's call them vampire subscriptions, that suck the life out of your bank account. These are things that you paid for, hit that subscription button, and maybe you don't use. Maybe it's a yoga class, virtual yoga class that you don't use. Maybe it's a subscription to a magazine that you don't use. Maybe you subscribe to Apple Music, but you don't actually listen to Apple Music. Take a look at what your subscriptions are, and there are going to be deductions that you're going to see in your bank account. So really take a look at your monthly statements and look what you're spending your hard-earned money on. You take your time and you trade it for money. Wouldn't it be better to start having that money make more money instead of spending it on things that you don't need? So really, again, take a hard look at your account, take a hard look at your accounting, and take a hard look at your expenses. If you really, truly want to recession-proof, recession-resist, then that's where it starts. It starts with being financially responsible for yourself. So this is Pili. If you have any questions or comments, or you have any other ideas, please comment below and let us know how we can help, or maybe how you can help others. So again, this is Pili. Have an amazing day, and I will be back with more tips and tricks to resist recession. Aloha.